Hi, this is Linda with the Life Station Express, the relay station. We bring the news to you. Today's news is just going to be a short, quick update on how things are going with my health, food, shopping journey. I just wanted to share a couple things. As far as health, I'm going to be starting a part-time job soon. So for that position, I needed to get a quick checkup at the doctor. So I have some stats from that, and I'll share with you. The blood pressure was normal. I am still taking one medication, so it was pretty normal for me, for my age. Also, I've reached my goal weight, if you want to call it that. I really didn't have a goal, but I reached a place where I am back to what I weighed probably in my late 30s, early 40s, and I'm happy about that. I feel like me again. I feel better. I feel fine. It just feels good to be me again. And I know where I am on the scale is probably not where most people are on the scale, but according to my genes and the way I've always been, since I was a baby, I was not on the charts. I did not make the charts as far as height and weight. So now that I've gotten rid of the middle little area of extra poundage I had around my middle, I'm back down to where I'm not on the chart again. So my, let me see, I've got my report here. My BMI is now 18.26, which noted on my chart, it's below 19. So apparently I'm underweight. Anyway, that's the story of my life. So anyway, I'm back to normal. Let's just put it that way for myself. My temperature was fine, oxygen was fine, everything was fine. So anyway, that was good just to know that I'm to a place where I can, I guess I would call it, be in maintenance mode as far as weight, BMI, and that kind of thing. So as far as that goes, you know, I've reached a goal, which for me, it feels good to have some success. And, you know, I started something and I completed it with success. And I'm not ashamed to say that, you know, it worked out and it was fine. And what works for me works for me. And everything I do may not work for you or may not be the best for you. Of course, you know, I've told you before, I started the ketogenic diet last year, the day after Thanksgiving. So this is the end of September. So it's been, 10 months or so. And it took me that long to lose 30 pounds to get my body back into a better place. I feel better. Not that I felt bad before, but I feel okay. I feel good. A couple things I will mention. Before I started this, I had, this is a very important thing, and I think it's good for everybody to know. When you go on the keto diet lifestyle, it's not a diet, because you change here first. And of course, I've talked about that. I had my aha moment. And when you've had your moment of, oh my goodness, I recognize this, I need to make a change, then it makes all the difference in how you're able to follow through. But anyway, one thing that I learned being on keto is that when you go on this lifestyle change, or you're eating this way, where you're increasing your fats and you're decreasing your carbohydrates, your body will start dumping salt, potassium, magnesium, some of the other things that are known as electrolytes. So you do really need to up the electrolytes and find products, or make your own even. I started out making my own with a recipe that I found online, but now I'm using the RE-LYTE. I'm using Keto Chow's Electrolyte Drops, and they're minerals. And I've also tried the sample pack of Element, which is LMNT brand of electrolytes. I also use a PureBoost and a Zipfizz, and you can look all those up, and maybe I'll put the names down in the description later. But anyway, every single day I make sure I have at least one or two of those. What I found out, and what is shocking but maybe not so shocking, and surprising, but maybe not so surprising, is that none of my doctors, cardiologist, general practitioner, neurologist, and vein specialist, 4 different doctors that I've seen within the last 2 years or so, ever mentioned to me that you need to regulate your proper amounts of the electrolytes, especially sodium. Now, I went to the emergency room a few years ago 2 times because of tachycardia. That means your heart beats too fast. It's like it's going to pound out of your chest. You get excited in a anxiety way, and it was not an anxiety attack. I've never had one of those. I've never dealt with anxiety, but my heart wanted to beat out of my chest at a hard and fast rate. So I went to the emergency room. First thing they do is give you aspirins to thin your blood. Then they give you saline solution, which I guess is fine. But anyway, none of those 4 doctors told me what I've found out with my own research, listening to medical doctors, is that you have got to have the proper amount of sodium in your body or your heart will not beat properly. There's a book that I've been reading. It's called The Salt Fix by Dr. D'Angelo. No, I'm going to mess his name up. I'll put it in the comments. Anyway, it's called The Salt Fix. And he explains through his research that you have got to have the proper amount of sodium, not table salt. You've got to have good sodium. I used Redmonds brand. You have got to have the proper amount for your body of salt, for your heart to regulate properly, and for your blood pressure to regulate properly. Since I've been on sodium, I have not had palpitations, no tachycardia at all. And my blood pressure has been regulated, and where I'm only on 1 medication. I am going to the cardiologist soon, and I'm really debating whether I'm going to stay with him or not. If he tells me to go low fat with my food, I might just fire him, because that's not what the research is telling us anymore. And I won't go into that. We know the salt thing, the sugar thing, the fat thing, seed oils. We've been totally manipulated by the advertising industry to consume those products incorrectly. So anyway, just wanted to share that. Please, please, if you're going to go and try to improve your health in the same circulatory way that I have, do your research on electrolytes. So main thing, get your salt and get good salt. Table salt does not count. That's garbage. So anyway, that's one main thing that I figured out on my own. No doctor told me that. No doctor, when I went in a crisis, none of the doctors at the ER or anywhere said, let's measure your sodium. Let's measure your magnesium. I take magnesium, potassium. You've just got to get those into your body. Our soil is depleted in those minerals, and we just need them. So that's the main thing. So anyway, doing okay as far as stats. You know, what the doctor says is okay. Again, I've never been on the charts, so again, I'm not on the chart. That's okay, because as a child, as an infant, I never was on the charts, you know, as far as weight and height. So yeah, I've shrunk a little bit. I think I'm down to 5'4" now. I was 5'5.5" when I was in my 20s and 30s. So that's, you know, we compress as we get older, but that comes with life. As I got rid of a couple pounds, I got some new wrinkles, and don't think you won't, especially if you're losing more weight. My arms got wrinkly right here. Not crazy about that. I'm a little more wrinkly here. Not crazy about that. But I'm healthy, and I am crazy about that. So I just wanted to share a little bit of an update. As far as eating, I put a picture of what we had last night on my Food, Faith, and Friends page on Facebook, which was just plain old hamburgers seasoned with a little salt and the Montreal steak seasoning. I cook them in butter and Worcestershire sauce as well. It makes them really, really good. Along with that, we had roasted radishes with a little bit of onion in there, and I put the Montreal chicken on that. It was really good. So there's simple food changes you can make. We usually have a protein and sometimes a veg, a small amount of veg, like a lot of cauliflower, We eat cauliflower with cheese on it, Alfredo sauce that I've learned how to make, homemade, keto style. Anyway, I just wanted to share quickly that I'm still on this journey. It's not going to be something I see myself going off of because I want to remain healthy for the rest of my life. I figure 20 more years or more that I have to live. And I want to be here for my children, my grandchildren, and I want to maintain health. Our world is changing. So we want to make sure we get proper water, which you don't have to drink all the water that we've been told. That, of course, was to sell the bottled water. Again, we are influenced by those advertisers, but you do need water. You need your electrolytes. You need protein. You need fat. You need low carb meals, which means no sugar, no rice, no pasta, no seed oils. The next thing I've been learning about is seed oils, which I posted again on my other page on Facebook, or the Food, Faith, and Friends page. An interview that Dr. Barry did with a man named Tucker. I forget his last name. Anyway, his journey with eliminating seed oils, which are canola, soy, corn, other highly processed seed oils. So that was a really good video. This man has a wonderful testimony. He no longer gets sunburn. He used to get blistered sunburns. No longer gets that. There are other things that his body just realigned itself into the way that it's supposed to be when he got off of the seed oils. So check your salad dressings. Check anything that comes in a package because it's going to have canola oil or some kind of soy or something like that. I cook in butter, lard, tallow, and bacon grease. That's it. That's what I use. I do use some coconut oil to make little chocolates that we have for a after dinner treat sometimes. I do consume a small amount of peanut butter. Richard does too, just because we love peanut butter, but we limit ourselves. Peanut butter has sugar in it, so you want to either totally cut it out or get the kind without sugar, or just eat, a tiny bit if you can. If you can't, not go without peanut butter. Also, nuts and cheese, you want to regulate them for yourself. Some people, nuts and cheese create a stall in weight loss, or if you're doing intermittent fasting, you want to just watch, because cheese is on the list of a keto item. You can eat cheese, but if you overeat the cheese, that will stall your weight loss, especially if you're doing intermittent fasting, which intermittent fasting has really, really been the key for me to get where I wanted to be. And now I can expand my food window a little bit. I was doing 16-8, fast for 16, eat for 8. And now I allow myself to eat up until like 7 p.m. at night. And then I stop because my stomach, actually, I feel like my stomach has regulated itself to not need food or want food after 7 at night. If I eat after 7 and I go to bed like 10 or 11, I can tell it's just it just doesn't feel as good. So anyway, I wanted to share that. And I'm kind of just rambling because I wanted to make this video quickly and I wanted to share just a little bit of an update. I will do that again in a little bit. I want to do a couple recipes. I want to do a Jell-O recipe with whipped cream for you. I want to show you how I do the radishes in the oven. There was one other thing I wanted to do, but I forget what that was. So I will have to look at that and get those on here. I will put them on YouTube. Life Station Express is my YouTube channel. I will put them on my Food, Faith, and Friends page on Facebook. So that is just a quick little update about, what's going on here. We're getting ready. We're in transition from the campground back here to the apartment. We've got some things to work on the camper. We're still working on our tanks. Both of our tanks need repair work. The camper's gorgeous. It's just beautiful. I don't ever want to give up that camper. The inside is beautiful. We've got oak cabinets and nice furniture in our camper, but it needs a little work underneath. So we're working on that, and in the middle of transitioning back down here to the apartment, and just working on those things. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a little cloudy, a little rainy today in South Central Pennsylvania, but the weather is warm. It's been nice. You know, I hang on to summer as long as I can. It's my favorite time of year. So I just want to say bless you. If you have any questions or you want to comment or talk to me about any of this, just connect with me, lifestationexpress.com as well. I have a little vamping to do on that website and some pictures to add, but I will be doing that soon. So I will say goodbye. This is Linda with the Life Station Express, the relay station. That's the news we have for you today. Thank you so much, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.